Welcome back. We are covering number 18 on the new video series, Blockchain, Crypto, DeFi at Work, Keep or Get a Job in the Next 20 Years. And again, this is important. Things are changing. And so we're covering some definition items, the first couple of videos here, and then we'll get into how you can pivot, hopefully, and better understand after you better understand what's going on here. Again, this is for beginners. If you already know about this stuff, this is really going to be high level for you. So still feel free to share it with other people who may need to hear about it, may need the safe place to kind of just hear and understand, and maybe we'll launch them into doing more research on it. That's really what this is for. And also for people who want to figure out how to leverage this and turn this into a job security or a new job at work. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the alert button, and greatly appreciate it if you would do that. There will also be a link to this playlist for this video series, as well as the cryptocurrency playlist that I have, where other content creators from the internet that I find intriguing and provide good information. It goes a little bit more in depth than what we're covering here, but it's a good place to start, and you need to hear it from other people besides myself, so check that out as well. All right, what is DeFi? You're going to hear this a lot as well, because this is kind of the next evolution. At first, it was just Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain there, but DeFi is kind of the next evolution of this whole technology, right? And it stands for decentralized finance. So I'm going to read through this and just kind of give you some examples. Again, decentralized finance is referred to as DeFi, is an experimental form of finance that does not rely on central finance intermediaries such as brokerages, exchanges, or banks, and instead utilizes smart contracts. You're going to hear smart contracts a lot on blockchains. And I'll give you some high-level definitions to kind of help you wrap your head around what that means, right? The most common being Ethereum. And Ethereum is a smart contract technology that a lot of other cryptocurrencies are basically using and leveraging their platform to build out on, right? And so you'll see a lot of different things out there, and I'll cover that, but that are going to all be Ethereum based in terms of their technology. But we'll cover Ethereum and some of the other coins at a later video. DeFi platforms allows people to lend or borrow funds from others, speculate on price movements on a range of assets using derivatives. And again, derivatives are like the future contracts, so you can put a call or a put on, a stock or a commodity, right? So those are considered derivatives. Trade cryptocurrencies, insure against risk, and earn interest in a savings-like account. Some DeFi applications promote high interest rates, with some providers offering triple-digit interest rates, but are subject to high risk, just like with anything. And as of October 2020, over 11 billion was deposited in various decentralized finance protocols, which represents more than a tenfold growth during the course of 2020. So we're just scratching the surface, by the way, and 11 billion may seem like a lot, but there are trillions of dollars in finance, right? And actually quadrillions if you include the derivative markets as well, and bond markets. You'd be staggered in terms of how big the market is. And we'll cover when we get into the top 10 cryptocurrencies and what the market share there is. But right now we're just under $1 trillion in terms of the overall asset. And so I think that $1 trillion is going to be game changing as well. And we're at 800 and some change right now, last time I checked. So it's growing and it's exploding. And keep an eye on how quickly cryptocurrency is exploding as well. Bitcoin specifically right now. But again, this is interesting because there's new companies that are popping up using, the DeFi technology to offer credit cards. And instead of getting mileage points on your credit card, they're offering you Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, XRP, whatever it is that they want to offer you. But it's also a way you can take out loans. There's all kinds of things that are going to be coming, and it's going to be based on DeFinance, decentralized finance, right? And it's basically potentially putting an end to the traditional banks as we know it, right? And instead of, going in, signing all the closing documents for a house, for example, and you can, also put that up as collateral. You can collateralize things on, the decentralized finance blockchain and use collateral of hard assets as well. There's so much coming that's just starting out. This is an interesting time in our lives. But again, this is something that you need to consider in terms of if you're in the finance world, or even if you're whatever vertical you're working in, how could this potentially change where you work? That's what we're getting at here. How can this change your job or career? And that's what we want to make sure that we cover. So anyway, again, I encourage you to do your own due diligence. Don't believe anything that I have to say. Always go out there and do some additional research. And then also do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, click the alert button, and make sure you share this video with anybody who could benefit from it. And we will talk to you at our next video.